Today we're going to be revisiting the viral cottage cheese bowl trend. This is a high protein, low carb trend that's been sweeping the space recently. And Sarah and I got to try it about a month ago and we really liked it. And Sarah and I are doing something called the Great Lock-In, which is us locking in for this last part of the year to slim down and lose some weight. And we have been finding that these cottage cheese bowl recipes have been really helping us to lose weight. Let's explore some new ideas for cottage cheese bowls that we think are going to taste really awesome and they're budget friendly. So during this time, I think a lot of people are really concerned about their budgets, and one of the best ways to bring the cost of everything down is to really strategize how you're going to be using ingredients in your recipes. And so Sarah and I were able to purchase a package of ground beef from Amazon for a couple dollars. I think this was $3. And we decided to cook this entire packet of 1 pound ground beef, and we're gonna be using that in 3 different cottage cheese bowls. And we're hoping that this might be something that you could eat every day, but experience in 3 different flavors, and it's gonna help you lose weight. And no matter how we're eating the Great Lock-In or not, we are always drinking Element, who's a sponsor of this video. So as you guys know, Sarah and I have been drinking Element every single day since 2020 because we love the way it tastes and the way it makes us feel on our keto lifestyle. That's because when you go into ketosis, you shed a lot of water, and inside that water are your electrolytes. This can leave you feeling tired, having muscle cramps, or even nausea. And we call that the keto flu. Element replenishes your electrolytes so that you feel better. So Sarah and I typically talk about our favorite flavors, which are the grapefruit salt and the citrus salt. But today we want to share something that we have been drinking lately that is absolutely delicious. So Sarah and I have been combining half a packet of lemonade salt with half a packet of raspberry salt, and it is so delicious. You need to try it. Right now, you can get a free 8-ounce sample pack of Element's most popular drink mix flavors with any purchase. Just go to drinklmnt.com/ketotwins. Find your favorite flavor or share some with a friend, or keep them for yourself. So what are the 3 ground beef cottage cheese bowls that we're gonna make today? So the first one is going to be a lasagna cottage cheese bowl. So let's get started. First layer is gonna be half a cup of cottage cheese. Yummo! Then we're gonna do about half of a cup of ground beef with onion that we've sauteed already. We're gonna heat this up at the end because it's just easier. These are only gonna be needing a couple, maybe like a minute or so to heat up everything. Everything is gonna be pre-cooked. On top of the ground beef, we're gonna go with a couple tablespoons of no sugar added marinara, or whatever pasta sauce that you like, you can use. On top of that, we're gonna go with our spices, which is a little bit of parsley and Italian seasoning. And then to give you that layer on top, we're gonna go with mozzarella. Easy peasy. Lasagna bowl. So the next recipe that we're gonna be doing is inspired by one of your comments that you said that you made an enchilada cottage cheese bowl. And so we're gonna kind of put our spin on that idea right now. You're gonna be needing cottage cheese, about half a cup on the bottom layer. Next, we're going to take about half of a cup of ground beef. I'm doing 2/4 because my half cup is dirty. Okay, to that, we're gonna be adding about a teaspoon of taco seasoning. That's just basically, you know, cumin and a bunch of different other spices in it. You could just use cumin if you want. And then we're going to do a couple tablespoons of enchilada sauce. This is the Old El Paso. It does have trace amounts of sugar in it, but we are relaxed on this lifestyle, and guess what? It's barely gonna give you a carb, and this is such a quick hack to have. So where's my doohickey? Does anybody else use the word doohickey? No? Like, I have no original language to myself. I obviously caught that from someone else. We're gonna layer our meat and our spice mixture on top of the cottage cheese. Looks good. By the way, Sarah and I are sharing all of this because it's a lot. If we were not sharing it, we would have a whole one to ourselves, of course.
And if we weren't eating 3 of them.
Yeah. On top of that, we're gonna add a little bit of green chilies from the can. This really does give you that flavor of enchilada. I love making enchiladas at home. It's one of my favorite things to make. Some black olives. On top of that, we're gonna go shredded cheddar. And then a little bit more green chili, just so that you know like what it is, right? And then at the end, we're gonna garnish this with a little bit of cilantro. And that's how we've decided to make our enchilada bowl. Hopefully it's good. So the last cottage cheese bowl that we've come up with is a Big Mac cottage cheese bowl. This one we are actually gonna heat it up in a different order because we are putting lettuce on top of this, and you don't really wanna put lettuce in the microwave. It would be weird. And we do weird stuff.
But that's kind of too weird.
Even too weird for us, exactly. So we're gonna start off with half of a cup of cottage cheese. Gonna make a nice surface. Next up, we're gonna do half of a cup of the ground beef and onion mixture. Sprinkle that on top. Like, we have so much left. You could probably double this, but it's like, they're gonna be big bowls.
Yeah.
Next, we're gonna go with a nice sprinkling of cheddar cheese. And then we're gonna put this in the microwave. Because remember, we're not going to be able to microwave lettuce.
Right.
Only for about a minute. That's all it takes. So in the meantime, we'll explain the sauce. This is our Big Mac sauce. We just combined mayo, relish, mustard, vinegar, paprika, onion powder, and garlic powder, and salt. We'll be leaving the instructions for this in the description below, so you have it. It's sweet and salty.
Yeah.
Okay, on top of that, we're gonna go with some shredded iceberg lettuce.
Yeah, you don't want to microwave that.
That would be
weird.
gross. People would think this whole thing is gross, but you know what? Whatever. On top of that, we're gonna go with some cut up pickles. You could add some minced onion on top, but we put onion with the ground beef, so we don't want to do that. We're gonna sprinkle on some of our Big Mac sauce. And then, because there are sesame seeds on the bun, put little sesame seeds on top. Isn't that cool?
This is Emily's big idea.
You know what? Someone out there is gonna appreciate me. It may not be you. Big Mac bowl. So we're gonna heat up the other two bowls that we made. Top one of them, the enchilada one, with a little bit of cilantro, and we're gonna go downstairs and we're gonna try all three of these cottage cheese bowls. This is the lasagna bowl. It kind of gives you the vibe of like ricotta that you would find in lasagna, right? And then the tomato. Let's try it first. We can always improve upon it. It tastes like a lasagna.
Right.
Exactly like a lasagna. A boneless lasagna.
Boneless?
Yeah.
Boneless lasagna.
It's not, I'm not making that up. Okay, you know, like chocolate chip cookies without the chocolate chip?
Yeah.
It's called boneless chocolate chip cookies.
I've never heard of it.
Boneless lasagna, correct? It's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's delicious.
I mean, isn't like ricotta more expensive than cottage cheese?
Yeah.
And I just wonder, maybe we could have spiced the cottage cheese a touch, maybe with like garlic powder, herbs, to make it like more like the ricotta mixture.
It is so good though.
It's very good. It doesn't taste like cottage cheese to me.
Mm-mm.
It tastes like your mind almost thinks that it's a ricotta.
Right.
But
So good. This is a definite make.
yeah, for sure. And you could like probably use like spicy sausage in there too if you wanted to like add some spice in there.
You could probably do like a veggie version of it if you wanted to.
Right. You don't even need to add meat, but
Or if you wanted to like have like the kind of feel of pasta, you could probably use like chicken, sliced deli chicken.
oh right, in between the layers or something. Yeah, true.
Next we had the enchilada bowl. Now with enchiladas I can kind of go crazy at home, but I decided not to here. But on top of this, I would probably put like tahini,
Oh, tahini. Oh, tahini would be good. Yeah.
lime.
Enchilada.
Yep.
Instantly. Mm-hmm. The black olives are nice. The little chilies on top. Cilantro. The tahini would probably just make it next level.
Mm-hmm.
A little, yeah, lime juice, a little lime wedge. But how would that interact with the cottage cheese though? I wonder.
What is it gonna do? Make it more chunky?
And simpler than constructing enchiladas and then baking them. This is like made in a couple minutes if you have that ground beef base. I mean, we put these together literally in like minutes each.
Ooh,
so
spicy. Where's that coming from?
the chilies.
Hmm.
You could also mix some of the enchilada sauce into the cottage cheese too. If
Right.
you want to flavor that
Yeah.
layer.
For these bowls, even the last ones that we made, we've kind of been keeping them like a separate layer.
Right. But maybe you could flavor that layer.
And by the way, Good Culture, sponsor us. And maybe you can send us a truckload of your cottage cheese because we can't even find it anymore. It's annoying because Good Culture actually has like the lowest carb cottage cheese.
Yeah.
And it's got the probiotics in it. And it's sold out now everywhere.
Okay, so next up is the Big Mac. And Emily?
Big Mac patty whack. I don't know why I have to say that every time. It looks good.
It smells like a Big Mac.
Sarah made fun of the sesame seeds. I thought it was a moment of genius, whatever. And if I wasn't alone at my house, I would have a lot more sauce on it. But yeah, you're right. We are doing the Great Lock-In, so it's like, don't eat 500 calories of sauce.
The flavors are all there. And I like the lettuce in here, actually. There's a little bit of a crunch.
It gives you something different.
Right, a little bit of a different texture. I don't know, do we want to stir it?
No! Okay.
I don't know, where are you supposed to stir these bowls up? I used to eat yogurt with the fruit on the bottom.
No.
I would not mix it.
Same. Does anyone else do that?
I know. How did you eat yogurt?
I would eat all the plain yogurt that barely has any flavor on the
berries
top.
at the bottom.
And then I would eat, the berries separate.
Or I would just move aside the yogurt and go straight to berries.
Why did we both do that though?
We probably saw each other doing it. I don't know. Okay, so if you had to pick a favorite, which one would it be? Honestly, I'm thinking, for me, it's the Big Mac. Yeah. Why is that, I wonder?
So good. Kind of clean, honestly, for the most part. I mean, not clean, but not a lot of carbs. Not a lot of wheat, not a lot of low-carb tortillas, stuff like that we usually incorporate once in a while if you're trying to lose weight, which Sarah and I currently are. It's so simple, and it's actually pretty cost
effective.
Yeah. We'll be leaving everything that we used in the description below, and YouTube seems to think that you're going to like this video here, so why don't you click on it, and we will see you over there. Anyway, I'm Emily.
And I'm Sarah, and we are the Keto Twins signing out. What's your number 2?
Enchilada Bowl?
I was going to go with lasagna.
Really?
So.